Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yes, actually.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
What is this thing that's in front of me right now? The bar. I need an explanation. Actually, I don't need an explanation because I know full well what's going on, but still, the bar, give me an explanation so we can explain the audience about what's going to unfold in mere minutes.
You will get to see...
Well, minutes or seconds,
yes,
depending on how long we drag on this introduction, but anyway.
Yes. Well, folks, what I bring to you is something from my little venture on the internet of something called Warcraft Adventures Lord of the Clans.
The name of the Lord of the Clans is forever an accursed one shrouded in mystery as well as curses and sorrow.
In translation, folks, he means that this game is 18 years old and was never released. And it was...
Yes, basically.
Yes, it was heavily advertised as being...
the flesh of the fallen angels of Warcraft!
Yeah, Blizzard were working on a video game of their first foray into puzzle adventure games, essentially.
Oh no!
And yes...
Can you imagine?
I don't need to imagine anymore.
Yeah, actually, you're right. So, yes, so at some point, this game was in the works. Or, well, at least there were rumors about it. And then there were screenshots about it. And suddenly you had that appearing or being mentioned in every paper magazine that was published at the time. Because, there was no internet. Well, as we know it.
Yes.
In fact, I do remember the first time hearing about this point-and-click Warcraft game.
Yeah.
On one such paper magazine. Because much like everyone else, at some point I collected gaming magazines,
Yeah, we all. I think a lot of us have done back in that time.
Well, our generation at the very least. I think our generation was the last one to ever bother with traditional gaming magazines.
Pretty much, yeah. I think...
So in that context, this was kind of a big deal because it was supposed to come out in a very troubled and dark medieval period of time for adventure games. Basically, the genre was dying. Overinflection and sameness and horrible design only provided a much bloated picture that defined the very aesthetic of the point-and-click adventure gaming. Scene translation, because that was a bit convoluted, I realized. The market for point-and-click adventure games was crashing and burning because of... It's all because of games like Discworld getting published and basically forever alienating people from the genre. Also, there was the rising success of RTSs, such as Warcraft, which is not a coincidence. I mentioned that, obviously.
Yes.
And of course, first-person shooters, which were much more direct and straightforward. And the solution to any conundrum in a first-person shooter was to shoot at things that move. In an adventure game, you would have to distract a guard so you can steal their weapon, and then use the weapon to trade out chainsaw that you will never use, and use the chainsaw to cut down a tree so you can get an apple to bribe the guard, and then the guard might give you access to the room, except no, because there is a puzzle involving slides to solve before you can enter the room. It's much quicker if you shoot somebody dead. Basically, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
In fact, a certain game that we shall not reveal just yet because it's a future Let's Play series for us.
Yes.
A certain point-and-click adventure game that we actually are able to play on the PC for a change. would be released for the available home consoles at the time and actually never had a proper PC port in an attempt to actually find a new greener pasture for the genre away from the bloated PC market. Did that work? I guess we'll find out eventually, but for now, Warcraft Adventures, Lord of the Clans.
Yes, consider this, folks, a taster of things to come. The intros that can actually be found in the game. This first one that we're about to watch is what plays the very first time you open the game.
Oh yes, and you might be able to tell that this was either a very unfinished game or a game released for the CDI, which are kind of the same thing, to think of it. So that's going to be a laugh or two.
Yes, also funny that you say that, actually.
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Oh no!
Oh, I'm going to love this!
Alright, so should we start with this?
Yes, because 8 minutes in.
Warcraft Adventures, Lord of the Clans, eyes crying, mother said, blood from the nose.
Eyes crying tears of fire, and blood for the orcs.
Really terrible production value. Okay, this is Gargoyles. It was animated by the people responsible for 90s Spider-Man.
Apparently they also only had the budget from Shadow Budget.
My gosh.
And here comes two-toned evil man of evilness as he hovers evilly over babies.
I found a baby!
You couldn't get any more typical with the lightning strikes.
I am going to evilly shake this baby like a drink.
Have a nice baby margarita.
Found the young Orkling. 3 great wars between the human alliance and the Orcish invaders have laid waste to the once proud realms of Azeroth.
Yes, good old Tony J.
Wow, this is not familiar at all.
It definitely is not.
Into the perfect warrior.
And I got like the animations of him just slowly turning smaller there.
With such a creature under his control, Blackmoor hoped to manipulate the Orcish horde and use it to seize control over the human nations of Azeroth.
I like the fact that it hasn't stopped raining for 20 years.
Also, evil shadows. More shadows of evil.
Or like terrible lighting. Jeez, clean the place up. Open the windows, for crying out loud.
Yeah, let some light in. You know what causes depression, right?
Okay, you are surprisingly well spoken, considering.
Oh yeah, being raised by humans will do that for you, apparently. Especially if you're imprisoned by humans.
You will obey your master, evil McHuman. Okay, that end has a life of its own. Also, the lip syncing is dreadful, I have to say.
I thought he was trying to pet a kitten in the air.
No, he's trying to confuse a orc.
You will not leave this place.
And what are orcs, Thrall?
Okay, is that an actual scar, or did you just draw it yourself?
Permanent marker by the looks of it. Yeah, probably permanent marker by the looks of it.
Enemies of the Alliance.
We destroy them, so that they may no longer pose a threat to the Alliance.
Then deal with this wretch as it deserves.
I can't do it.
You will do it. It's a pity. All these years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, this...
Like a full second and a half behind. The lip syncing is just ridiculous. Oh no! Oh no! Kill me very silently with no sound effects. Oh! Oh! Throw! Smash! Evil McHuman!
I now
Remember
shake
this,
you.
father? Remember all the shaking you gave me as a child? Who's the shaker now?
A taste of his own medicine.
Execution shall commence at first light.
Well, this is the last time I adopt an orc.
This mess.
Okay, to say that this is ripping off the Hunchback of Notre Dame scene by scene would be a misunderstanding. And by that I mean it would be an understatement.
Oh yes, indeed it would be. Oh, it's, 90s in general, they like to take inspiration from things, only they don't actually put a twist on it. They actually just take the same concept and idea and just put it in their own world.
Yes, postmodernism, what's that? Is that edible? Irony, you say?
Is it
never
really,
heard of it.
Is it really postmodern if it takes place in a similar sort of atmosphere? Olden day.
No, you see, I say postmodern in the sense that it's all about deconstructing and analyzing the source material to point out everything that doesn't work about it. It's very disingenuous and ironic, you see.
Oh, I see.
Which is exactly what this isn't.
Yeah.
Also, the voice of Tony J. This is pretty much the Hunchback of Notre Dame, step by step remade with orcs and humans. It's not even subtle about it. My gosh.
Nope, it definitely is not. Oh boy. But I really love it though, because, despite its incomplete state, I find it very amusing for a watch.
We're laughing.
I mean, this is what an incomplete game looks like. A game that's not been polished.
And it still looks better than the Zelda CDI games.
Yeah.
Of training and conditioning gone to waste. I call